Um, right now it is currently 2:20 a.m. Saturday morning. I was trying to do a TNA video actually yesterday and Friday, but I couldn't because YouTube wouldn't let me upload any videos at first. But I don't know what was going on. I couldn't upload any videos, but I was able to upload this one video. And after a while, I fixed the problem, but that's why this video is on so late. Normally, it's on early Friday morning, and it's on early. Well, I'm doing this early Saturday morning, but it won't be on till later on this evening. So, oh yeah, I did a new video. It's called This is a side note from the TNA Review, but I did a new video. It's a new segment. It's called Ask Me Questions, and one person has already replied. You have to check out my channel to see it. I don't want to go into full details about the video, but basically, you can ask me any questions you want. There's no limit on the questions. You can ask me 5 questions or 10 questions. It doesn't matter. And then I will do a separate video answering each question that you send me, comment, or make a video response, or send me a message on YouTube. So one person has already sent me 3 questions. So I'm gonna mention this in all my videos. So you may hear me talking about this, but next week, we'll wait about a week for everyone to send their questions to me. Comments, video response, messages, emails, whatever. Send me your questions, and then next week I'll do a video answering all your questions. What is that? Felt like something was crawling on my foot. Yeah, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't know if I could do that month to month, because I think eventually people will run out of questions. But I tried to do it a long time ago and it didn't work, so I'm trying to do it again. But like I said, one person already sent me some questions, so go ahead. So back to the TNA review. I have all my stuff written down on these blue pieces of paper that I've been using for the past 3 weeks. I've been using these since I returned to YouTube. And sometimes I write stuff down and I forget what I meant by it when I wrote down. The show opens with just action. Really, it opens with four men fighting. Rude, Bobby Roode, Austin. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. The way I wrote this down is not okay. The show opens with King and Austin Aries versus Rude and Zima Ion fighting on the stage. And they were in the ring. That's how the show opened. There was no really entrance or fireworks or anything. The show opened with the action right away. It was a good tag team match, and then I guess it was a nice way to open the show. Because this whole TNA storyline is kind of interesting, but I don't know. I'm not. It's time for a change almost. Really, I'll talk about that later. But that's how the show opens, and King, he was really nice during the match. Really, I'm trying to remember what I wrote down. He's good, nice. He had some nice moves during the match, though. That was the first time I ever seen him wrestle in a match. To my knowledge, that's the first time I ever seen him. But Bobby Roode and Zima Ion, they do make a good tag team, though. They worked good together. But King and Austin Aries was able to pull off the win for the tag team action. They won, King and Austin Aries. And for the past 2 or 3 weeks, James Storm has been accused of being behind the Aces and Eight, who wasn't on TNA Impact this week, but they've been on attacking people: Hulk Hogan, Sting, Kurt Angle. Bobby Roode was really the first official person to accuse Storm of being behind the Aces and Eight attacks. Um, Miss attacks match. Yeah. Okay, so basically, Storm is accused of, because during last week's match he didn't get attacked when he ran out. They ran away, so he's been accused of that. Um, and then Sting comes out. Sting has become he's been the general manager since Hulk Hogan is still in the hospital. Even though, like I said in my last video, I don't think it has anything to do with what happened on TNA. I think it's something that happened in real life that he had to take time off for, so they just wrote him off for that. Because sometimes when they say wrestlers get injured, they don't really get injured. They just use that as part of the storyline so they can take time off. They do that a lot in the WWE. So I think the same thing happened in TNA. Maybe Hulk Hogan, I mean, he is up there in his ages, so maybe he had a health condition or something. He needed to go to the hospital, so this is the only way he can get out. So they made it seem like he was attacked, and he's taking time off for that. But hopefully he comes back soon. So Sting comes out. He's the general manager, and then Storm comes out. Kurt Angle comes out. Still. I'm sorry, but this review, I wrote all this stuff down. I was writing this down in the dark, so I'm trying. Kurt Angle comes out. Still. What the? I don't even know what that said. Oh, still guilty. Oh yeah, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle really is the one who really he's fired up about it because he really think James Storm is behind the attacks. He really does. And also AJ, he wasn't on this TNA Impact. He was down in Australia promoting TNA Impact. So he was down there doing business for the company. So he wasn't on this week's Impact, but he will be on next week's. And also backstage, Kazarian was planning a baby shower for Claire, which I don't know. That just seems weird. I don't know how I feel about this storyline. I think it's been going on for too long now. Like, they've been running this storyline for about 3 months now. I think it's time for something else. Like, hopefully this is the end of it, because it was interesting, but now it's just like they're dragging it out too much. They need to do something else with this Claire and AJ storyline, because it's starting to get a little boring to me. And Samoa Joe, at this time he leads in the Bound for Glory series, but at the end of the show it was a different case. I'll get to that later. And then the first Bound for Glory series match was Bully Ray versus Robbie E. Robbie E was good during the match. Bully Ray, he's just been on a like an anger streak. Like, he's been really angry. He reminds me, for all my WWE fans, he reminds me of Damien Sandow. That's what Bully Ray reminds me of. But Bully Ray was able to pick up the win and gained 7 points for the Bound for Glory series. And then backstage, Madison, one of the TNA knockouts, she tries to give Earl Hebner, I think that's his last name. He's an old referee. He's been in the wrestling business for a long time. She tries to give him gifts because she has this thing for Earl. I call him by his first name, Hebner. But she was confronted by Gail Kim, who basically stops that, and Earl Hebner just walks away. So then we had like a fatal four-way number one contender match. Who will face Miss Tessmacher? I think next week. I think it's next week. It was Tara versus Mickey James versus Madison versus Gail Kim. Um, Mickey James was impressive. I haven't seen Mickey James wrestle that good in a long time. I can remember when she was in WWE. I mean, Mickey James always goes out there. She always gives 100% of her matches. Um, and Gail Kim throughout the whole match, she was just trying too hard. I think that's why she didn't win. She was just trying too hard. I think she should have just relaxed a little bit. I think she was just trying too hard to win, and that's what ultimately cost her to win. And Madison was able to pull off the win, which is ironic because Earl Hebner was the Hebner. It starts with an H. Was the referee, so she has this love crush on the referee. So it was a good match. It was about 8 minutes long. It's good to see some. I want to see divas action because WWE hasn't been using its divas in a long time. We haven't really seen a divas match in WWE for almost a month. So it's nice to see the TNA Knockouts go out and do their thing and wrestle for 8 minutes, because it's good to see men wrestle, but it's also good to see women wrestle also. So it was good to see some women in action on the TNA Knockouts in action. Let me see. Rude. Sting. Okay, and then there was a video backstage of Stink and Brooke talking backstage. She's talking about how Hulk Hogan is still recovering back. He's still recovering, and that he shall return soon. And Sting basically questions her mind frame on her being in charge of the TNA Knockouts. He wants to know, is she mentally there? Like, can she mentally handle being in charge of the TNA Knockouts since her father is in the hospital, supposedly, and the Aces and Eight are running around attacking people? She could be next. This segment right here, it was good to see Brooke, but it would be nice if Brooke Hogan had some more airtime. Like, I wish she had a bigger role on there. Like, she's more behind the scenes, but we haven't really seen too much of Brooke lately. I know it's because her father's in the hospital. The storyline is going on, but it'd be nice to see Brooke. Now, it would be great if Brooke became one of the TNA Knockouts. Now, that would be good, because we can probably get to see her every week. We get to see her wrestle. She get to carry on the Hogan name, you know. I just wish she had more of a big role. She has a role, but it's more behind the scenes. It would be nice to see Brooke more, but that's just my opinion. And then basically, Rude basically announces that later on during Kurt Angle and James Storm match that he will be ringside, and also Austin Aries will be ringside along with two other TNA superstars. Along with others, there'll be ringside versus Angle and Storm in case the Aces and Eights want to come back out again. This is my. I looked at the timer at the top, and it's almost 15 minutes. This is longer than my review last week. And then Chavo Guerrero makes his first debut, but I was watching this on the TNA YouTube channel, and I don't know what happened to his match. They didn't show it, so I didn't see the match. But I'm guessing since he debuted, he won. So I didn't see the match because it was online, so I don't know what happened. But if he debuted it, I'm guessing he won. So Chavo won that match. And then after that, we had the baby shower with Kazarian and Frankie Claire was sitting in the audience. Does she look like she's really pregnant? Look like she's wearing one of those baby bumps, like you put under your stomach. I don't think she's really pregnant for really. I think it's like one of those baby bumps. She's sitting in the audience and they give her gifts. Basically, it was all set up. They was just using it to promote TNA merchandise. They want you to buy more TNA merchandise. WWE does the same thing with the action figures and the toy belts. TNA did the same thing. Half of her gifts were AJ action figures, TNA championship belts. They did that so you can buy them. They did that to promote TNA. I guess their merchandise sales are kind of low, so they had to plug that into the show somehow. WWE does the same thing with the action figures and the belts and the posters, the DVDs, the movies. TNA did the same thing, so it's like, I don't know. I don't. I mean, it's business, but I don't think they should have done that during the show. I mean, I guess you should have, but I don't know. Basically, it wasn't really about Claire at all. If they want to do a baby shower, it should have been all about Claire, not about promoting your merchandise. If they wanted to promote the merchandise, they should have did that after the baby shower. But it is what it is. And then also, over the past couple of weeks, a business brother, the lawyer, he's going to be managing some TNA superstars in a upcoming week. So in the future, he can be a TNA manager, managing TNA talent and maybe new TNA talent that's coming. So have to watch out for him. He's going to be a manager. What happened? Excuse me, it's sleepy. It's 2:37 a.m. So you have to excuse me if I yawn. And then for the main event of the night, it was James Storm versus Kurt Angle. Now this was a good match. A really good match. And when the match was about to start, Sting was ringside, Bischoff was ringside, his son, and Devon was ringside. It was a good match. Okay, I don't even know what this says. Left. Next. I don't know. I need to start writing in the dark because I have no idea what that said. Best. Oh, best match of the show. It was the best match of the show. That's why it was the main event. It was a good, entertaining match to see James Storm and Kurt Angle go head to head. That was awesome. And then about halfway through, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries comes out. And then Kurt Angle, he probably locked in the longest ankle lock I've seen ever on James Storm. That ankle lock had to have been there for about 2 or 3 minutes. I haven't seen an ankle lock that long since WWE, and that's probably was like in 2001. I haven't really seen too many ankle lock that long in a long time. But Storm was able to pull off the win though. Even though his ankle is injured, I don't know about if he won't be coming in next week 100% because his ankle is definitely damaged after that. But he won the match, 7 points, so he's ahead of Samoa Joe. He leads the Bound for Glory series for now. Who knows, that could change, but he's been having the lead for about a good 2 months that I've been watching. So Storm looks good. He might win the Bound for Glory series because he's always at the top of the charts. So we just have to watch out for James Storm. He just returned and he's having a good comeback. So let's see what the future holds for James Storm. And then everyone comes out in the ring after the match is over, because they're expecting the aces and eights to come out, and everybody's just looking around the arena, looking in the audience, looking up the ramp, looking in the ring to see where are they. And then Bobby Roode comes down and says that the aces and eights didn't come out because Bobby Roode didn't need them. So he's still being accused of being behind the aces and eights, which I don't think he is. I don't know who it is. Somebody said Jeff Jarrett was behind it. I remember seeing that. I don't know who could be behind it. Really. Wouldn't it be funny if Dixie Carter was behind the TNA knockout? I mean, the aces and eights. I mean, she could say it's because she wanted the live in the show up. I mean, she is the owner of it. I don't know who could be behind it, really. I don't know. I don't know who could be behind it. I don't think it's James Storm, though. I really don't. Because I think there's an explanation for everything. Just like the whole AJ and Claire thing. Like I said, everyone thought that there was something going on between Dixie and AJ. And I said there was something else going on. There's an explanation for everything. There's an explanation for why they didn't attack Storm. I don't think he's behind it. Somebody else is. Who that person is, I don't know. So after Roode accuses Storm of being behind the Aces and Eight attacks for like the 5th time, Storm attacks. Oh, excuse me. Storm attacks Billy Ray. So basically, it was Roode and Aries fighting. Storm. So everyone just starts fighting except Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is looking around. So it was a good TNA Impact. I liked it. I mean, it was interesting. It could have had some more action. I don't know, because the show just feel empty. Really, I gave it an 8.8 out of 10. I gave last week's a 9 out of 10. I give this one an 8.8 out of 10. I liked the last week's review. I mean, TNA more than this one. It was okay. I mean, it could have been better. There was no AJ. There's no Jeff Hardy. I know that he can't wrestle every week, but it would have been nice to see him, even if he was backstage talking to somebody. And there's Hulk Hogan is still in the hospital, so I don't know. It just, besides Jeff Hardy and AJ and Hulk Hogan not being there, still the show, it could have been a little bit more exciting, like a little bit more action, I guess. But it was still a good show, so I gave it an 8.8 out of 10. So that's good, I guess. I say anything 8.6 or higher is good, and 8.5 and below is, I don't know. I'll have to do a chart on that. Yeah, that's something I'll think about. But I give it an 8.8. It was a good show. I liked it. It could have been better, though. Could have been better. But it is what it is. So, thanks for watching my TNA, sorry, I'm tired. Thanks for watching my TNA Impact review. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, when you do videos at night, it's almost 3 a.m. and I should be asleep, but I'm not. Because I have to do these videos. So if you like this video, you can like it. If you dislike the video, you can dislike it. Leave your comments. If they will get a response within 24 hours if they require a response. Check check out my channel. Like I said, I did a new video on my channel. It's called Ask Me Questions. You can ask me anything you want. It doesn't have to be wrestling related. It can be anything that you want to ask me. There's no limit on the questions. You want to ask 100 questions, ask them. I did a new video on my channel. It's called Ask Me Questions. So check out that video and you can leave your questions for there. Let me see. Superstars. I did the Superstars review for this week. I'm doing the TNA review now. Tomorrow, well, since it's past 12 o'clock, actually today, later on today, I'm doing my SmackDown review. And this Sunday, I'm doing my Raw predictions review. And then Tuesday, I'm doing my Raw review. And then next Thursday, I'm doing my Superstars review. And Friday, I'm doing my SmackDown and TNA review. Yeah, that's my schedule for the week. I don't know if it's going to go like that. Hopefully, it depends on how everything goes. That's my schedule. I'm trying to get back on schedule. I should be back on schedule within 2 to 3 weeks of how my videos were posted before I took like 3 weeks off from doing this. But like I said in my other videos, I'm going to continue to do these videos as long as people watch them. As long as people watch the videos, I do them. I like doing the videos. It's nice being in front of the camera. And it's nice to talk about something that I like. And I guess people will come on here so they can hear different people perspectives. So hopefully you don't have to agree with everything I say, but I just come on here to give you a different perspective and different opinions about what I think about what's going on, and also to catch you up in case you miss a TNA Impact or a SmackDown or Raw or Superstars. If you watch my reviews, I catch you up on what happened, because I just take all the important stuff and write it down, and I just talk about it in front of the camera. So that's what I try to do. I started this at the end of May, just as something to do for the summer, like June, July, and August. But I guess, like I said, if people watch them, I mean, people will still watch my videos. Not as many as before. I took my YouTube absence, but it's slowly starting to come back. So since people watch them, I'm going to do this into the fall, into the winter, into the spring, into next summer. It started off as a summer thing, but I'll continue it as long as people continue to watch the videos. So make sure you subscribe if you want to keep seeing these videos when they're posted, so you don't have to search for them. And you subscribe. As soon as I do a video, it comes right up on your YouTube homepage, and you won't have to wait, or you won't have to search it. It'll just be right there. So make sure you subscribe.